Professor Ingrid Van Beek says that in many cases, police are already using their discretion not to prosecute and that the law is clearly not a deterrent.
For almost her entire medical career, Ingrid Van Beek has been focused on the health of drug users, sex workers and the homeless around King's Cross.
Hey Sam, thank you. See you.
We do very much treat people in a non-judgmental and respectful way. We've had amazing results as far as being able to sort of really bring people's lives around.
To tell you the truth, I didn't think I'd ever be 35. I never conceived of being 30, let alone 35.
In the 1980s and 90s, tackling the AIDS crisis was paramount. Professor Van Beek led the way, opening the Kirkton Road Centre in 1987 to treat sex workers and young people.
Hiya, how are you?
Needle exchange programs were established on the streets and above an old fire station. By the mid-90s, Sydney was awash with cheap heroin.
People were literally dying on the streets with, shocking regularity.
In the wake of the 1999 Drug Summit, she became the director of Australia's first and only medically supervised injecting room. While the police supported it, she was under fire from Prime Minister John Howard, the Vatican and the United Nations Narcotics Board. 16 years later, 16,000 people have used the service.
At the very heart of what we do is a pragmatic approach to what is a pretty desperate problem.
While clients here have the green light to take their drugs inside the centre, on the streets they can face criminal charges for self-administering an illicit drug.
A very significant proportion of people use illicit drugs at some stage. Clearly, the fact that they're illicit has not been a deterrent for almost half of the population.
It's a call being made by retired police commissioners, former politicians on both sides, religious leaders and doctors.
The future holds a lot for me these days, which I didn't think it would.
The latest data estimates 8 million Australians have used illicit drugs and 3/4 of prisoners are there for drug-related crimes. Philippa McDonald, ABC.